Alright, so, time and shit. So, welcome to the grocery getter for the 200th time. And as usual, I get like 3 million messages on my phone, and it's been 17 seconds. But anyway, we're gonna talk about the migration of the bank migration. A week ago, or for you, maybe it's like 2 weeks when I post this video, the banks started migrating their systems from Swift to blockchain. And this is because they want to keep rich when you get poor and the bank crisis hit you in 6 months. But what else is new under the sun? This channel, though, is about Black Smoke and Greta Thunberg, the amazing little child from Sweden that drives a Mercedes diesel all day. And we're going to talk about her new diesel car powered by a 606 built by me, because it's the most environmentally friendly engine you can use. I have no fucking idea. And we're not going to talk about money migrating anywhere, anyhow, or anything, or I don't know. What we're going to talk about is the migration happening in the Estados Unidos, United States of America. People are migrating from the almighty om617 to the more modern, more lightweight and more powerful platform om601, om602 and om603. These are 4, 5 and 6 cylinder engines, readily available stateside, and that's why it's becoming the next hot potato. No, hot potato is something you don't want to touch. Whatever. Is becoming the new hot thing in America. People migrating from the almighty om617 to the more modern lightweight platform. And I think that is amazingly good, because these are engines that performs better, makes better miles per gallon, and are easily to tune, more easy to tune than the old om617. Sure, we have made 6-speed manual transmissions for the om617. We have made the 722.6 automatic transmissions for om617 and stuff like that. So, I mean, there are a couple of these that are running really, really good on the M pumps and whatnot. But the normal om617 owner don't have that luxury, unfortunately. But with a 601, 602 and 603, you can just bolt your 722.6 right up to the engine. Everything fits from flex plate to transmission. You don't need adapter plates or nothing. And I think this is a step in the right direction for the American guys. The 604, 605 and 606, they are extremely popular worldwide, but the 604 and 605 were never sold in America, so you need to import those, and with everything that drags with it. And I mean, it's not like the 604, 605 and 606 are that much better. No. The 601, 602 and 603 are really, really capable. And most of you guys just want daily drivers. You want 300, 400 horsepower. And for that, those engines are amazing. There are a few cons, of course, like head gasket. But as long as you keep it... the 601 in America is 87mm bore, even though it's 2.2 liter. But we come to that later. So all the engines you have, 601, 2 and 3, are all 87mm bore. That means that you can use the MLS gaskets from the 605 and 606. There are no MLS gaskets for the 4-cylinder, but you can put a 5 or 6 cylinder on there and cut the remaining cylinder, the remains of the gaskets. Yeah, whatever. The shit that sticks out on the back because you have 5 or 6 cylinder long gasket. You can just cut it off. Torque your head down and cut it with an angle grinder. Works perfect. And There are also stateside 603s that are 3.5 liter. They have 89mm bore, so that's a different story. You can't use an MLS gasket on those. If you do, you will bend your rods tomorrow, because they bend rods on stock power. So it's those are a little bit more sketchy to use. So use the 2.2 liter 601, the 2.5 liter 602, and the 3 liter 603. And these are available in tons of different Mercedes chassis. So if you just look for Mercedes diesels, you will find one of these engines. What else is new under the sun? So the organic head gaskets original on these engines have a better water cooling system. So they are better in the perspective of coolant and heat, but they can't stand power. So you have the option to O-ring your block, and I don't know if this is correct in English, but for me it's O-ringing your block. Maybe you say fire ring in America, but for me fire rings are these stainless rings that you get together with your Athena gasket, and that's not what I mean. I mean when you machine a groove in your block and you put a stainless wire in there, and that's quite an easy operation. And this is actually something that is more common in America than in Europe, so I think that is a very good option for some of you guys, and the other half of you will run MLS gaskets from 605 or 606. Why is the 601 2.2 liter? It actually has the 2.3 liter stroke, the 93.4 or what the fuck it is. I don't have this in my head, and as you know, I don't make notes, so I just talk. So it's like 93.4 millimeter, I think, and that makes it 2.2 liter, still with 87 millimeter bore. And that's really funny, because the 604 is 2.2 liter as well, but has an 89 millimeter bore and like a medium stroke from the stock 84 to the 93. I don't remember the stroke right now. No, I don't. I actually don't at all. But it doesn't matter. So there are 2.2 liter, both of these 4-cylinder engines, but they have different bore and stroke. That's pretty funny. The only 2.3 liter om601 is the turbo one, never sold in America, so you can't find one of those. They have 89 millimeter bore and the same stroke as the 2.2. Because the 2.2 liter stroke is the same as the 2.9 liter 5 cylinders and the 3.5 liter 6 cylinders, so they all share stroke. This means that you 602 and 603 guys, 2.5 and 3 liter guys, you can buy your forged rods from Ben's Force, but you cannot buy these rods and expect them to fit in your 601. First of all, you have 26mm wrist pin because it's an NA engine, but secondly, it's a shorter rod because of the longer stroke, so you can't use that. If you look at other Mercedes engines, they have done solved this in different manners, but this 601 in America is a little bit different. You can always buy rods from me, of course, but that means import and stuff. So I don't know. If you are serious with your 601 build, you can always get that going by asking on Facebook and see if you can get a viable solution. Otherwise, you just send me a message. The 602 and 603 guys, buy your X-beam rods from Ben's Force and happy days. If it is an NA engine, 602 or 603, you don't have oil squirters. And you have 26mm wrist pin, so your rods from Rodney will not fit to drop in, and that might be a little bit of a problem for you. So go for the turbo engines. You have oil squirters and you have 28mm wrist pin. Yes, that's the 605 and 606. And also people in America that are swapping rods for forged rods. You should put your rods out for sale and not export them. Keep them in the States, because the 602 and 603 guys would really benefit from getting your used 606 turbo rods, because they drop right in and they're a lot stronger. So I mean, you can all keep each other's back, because we don't have governments to do that for us. You know that, everybody. So if we take care of each other and help each other out, we will all benefit. I don't know more. I think 11 minutes and a little bit is enough. I am happy that this is happening stateside right now, and I will look forward to selling a lot of cool stuff over there the next coming years, because the 601, 2 and 3 will be better than the old 617 in your Tahoe and Silverados and S10s and whatever you're swapping them into. And I love that you're swapping diesel engine, lightweight car diesel engines into like small size or medium size trucks. That is amazing. So let's keep this going, guys, and see you in a couple of days. Bye.